This Projeck Bo, you watching Cinemills TV.
We got Projeck Bo. Thank you for coming through.
Oh yeah, shout out Cinemills TV, man. Pleasure, man.
It's a pleasure to have you, man. And you know, when we came and saw you over at the Pueblo Bishop Blood neighborhood, we were quite impressed with how much credibility, how much love you have out there.
Oh yeah, facts.
And you know, you're an OG, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you're still on the front lines. We got to get you off the front lines, Bo.
Hell yeah. Fast.
Real fast, man.
Time.
Yeah.
Time to level up, man.
But you know, we've talked to so many different guys that have come through the studio, and a lot of people complain the youngsters in their neighborhood don't respect the OGs.
Yeah.
But part of the problem is a lot of those OGs have left their neighborhood.
Yeah.
Can you speak on that a little bit? How you're still
probably
out there?
A lot of them probably ain't did nothing to get respected. So it'll be like y'all want respect, but y'all never really got respect from your own generation. So now y'all looking for respect from the younger generation because y'all thinking, oh, a lot of people they probably look at the younger generation as being under them or beneath them. That's not the case. I look at all my young homies the same. I treat them like they me. Like I want to be treated. So I respect them. I give them the same respect that I want them to give me. A lot of people don't do that no more, so that's why they get disrespected.
That's interesting. It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Show respect, get respect back.
And then a lot of people, some people, it's what you done and what you do in your hood or how you carry yourself and who you are.
Right.
They get you respect. It don't gotta necessarily be just giving respect, it's just who you are.
Right. When your grandmother and mother moved from Louisiana, they touched down in the Del Rio housing projects?
Yeah. When my family originally came from Louisiana, in the 60s, they relocated to the Pueblo's projects and to the Swan Blood Gang, the family Swans on the 70s. So it was my family really relocated to my hood and right there. So they came out here, but my mom and them was in my projects, and I got my other cousins and my grandma's sister and them went to Swan Hood. So I got a lot of family from over there too.
And has that solidified those two neighborhoods? I know they're both blood neighborhoods, but has it strengthened the bond between the two?
We cool to it. Yeah, we cool. I mean, you know, they cool. But my family is my family, so that's, you know. But right. The Pueblos and Swans cool. We always been cool with them too, though. Right. They pretty all right. They're all right.
And Bo, when did you really jump off the porch and start activating yourself in the neighborhood? Like how old were you?
I've been all my life, man.
So you came out the womb with a red rag on?
Basically. But like when I really started probably thugging, I probably was about 12, 13.
12, 13, yeah.
When I really just started
turning it up.
Finding trying to figure out this is what I want to do. Yeah. Yeah.
And when you and I were driving around the neighborhood, I realized how true the lines are around there.
Yeah.
Block over is your rival this way, a block over is a rival that way. Yeah. It's like
surrounded.
Is it tricky to move in that atmosphere? Is it tough to navigate those streets?
Well, not really. If you gotta know what you're doing, you gotta know how to move. If your ass move the wrong way, then yes, it can go bad. Yeah. You gotta just know how to maneuver. You gotta know where I'm the type of person I ain't gonna be nowhere where I know I ain't supposed to be. That's stupid, setting myself up for failure.
Right.
But yeah, you know how to maneuver, you know how to move around, because shit can happen anywhere though. You don't gotta necessarily be your rival hood. You could be in somebody else's hood and their rivals come through. Be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right. It's easy as that, right, Bo?
Oh yeah, shit. In LA, anything. That's why everything I do, I go out 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I don't really go do nothing in LA no more.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed you and I had to cut down different streets, and I understood it because I didn't want to get the ride shot up myself.
Hell yeah, and I ain't trying to put you in no type of horns race, man. Cause shit get tricky out here any moment. Like, we could be at a light and somebody pull up or see me or anything.
Yeah.
That fast.
You mentioned the low bottoms and that part of South Central. What do you have around you in terms of different structures and organizations that are around your immediate area?
You know, we low key like with the Bloodstone Villains, but that's like kind of died down. That's another blood hood, but really 38th Streets.
Okay, and that's a Latino gang.
Yeah.
It baffles one's mind to think that Bloods and Bloods have violent interactions.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about blood on blood violence?
Keep it real, like growing up, like I said, I was about like 15, 16 when the beef with the Villains started. I was young and wild and reckless, didn't give a fuck about nothing. So we was really like on some, it was blood on blood. It was basically like blood on blood, like back and forth. But today, I ain't on that. Like I don't condone blood on blood violence.
You're right. And it seems like the Bloods should stick together, right?
Yeah.
Because they're vastly outnumbered in terms of numbers, right?
Not necessarily, no. Not outnumbered, it's just like, blood is a blood, bro. So it's like most blood's supposed to get along. We all should get along, especially if you've been in prison. Like a lot of people, they build relationships in prison with other bloodhoods that you probably normally wouldn't be cool with. You feel me, on the streets? Like the Villains. Like I would never thought I would have been, like after we start beefing with them, I would have never thought I would have been cool with the Villains or be cool with somebody from Villain. Like, so I got to prison and it was like, shit, when I first got there, I was trying to get into it with them, like trying to start shit, but the Bloods in there, like, nigga, listen, I understand whatever y'all got on the streets, it's a whole nother world. We ain't doing that. And you gotta respect it. It's like, cause if you go against it, and you playing yourself. Yo, you're gonna either get in line or your ass gonna get rolled up out of there. You're gonna be on the SNY yard somewhere. You got a program.
You got
and blood on blood violence in prison is not happening.
That's not going down.
That's not gonna happen.
Now you mentioned prison. You went to prison for a bank robbery, right?
Yeah.
And you robbed some little Chinese bank out in Ontario. Is that what I heard? Yeah. And you ran up in there with a pistol and you grabbed a big bag and got the hell out of there, right? Now, Bo, when did they catch up to you? When did the law catch up to you after that robbery?
Like 2 months later.
2 months later.
Yeah.
And did someone snitch or how
people was how can I put it, throwing my name out there, but nobody really snitched because nobody don't really know shit except whoever did it.
Right.
They couldn't snitch, but they can just they can guess. I guess they can recommend the names to the police of who they think did it or who they think could do it.
Right.
So yeah, but nah, nobody snitched though. The only person that identified me was the clerk that was there. That couldn't identify me when it first happened. That said he couldn't identify nobody.
In the police report, the clerk said I couldn't
make out. See nobody.
So you think he was coached to say that it was you?
Yeah, Newton. Yeah, Newton Street had to coach him to say that. They had to, because 2 weeks later, when the police in my neighborhood go out there and talk to him, when they go out there and talk to him, he identifies me, circles my picture.
So what was the deal the DA made with you, Bo? Would they say, hey, we'll give you 8 or? Nah,
first deal was 15. I was like, hell no, I ain't doing no 15 years. Got a paid lawyer, I had to get a paid lawyer. Me and my brother, we both had paid lawyers. My brother kept firing his damn lawyer. But yeah, my lawyer got him down. Basically, it was 15, they went to 14. Then they went to 10. I was like, hell no, I ain't doing no 10. And I was like, tell them if they give me 8 years right now, I'll take it. And she was like, I don't know if they gonna do it. I was like, man, well, you better tell them or we coming back. I ain't taking nothing else. Then they came and she was like, well, they said if you take 8 right now, they'll give it to you. I was like, well, tell them 7. They was like, hell no, we ain't finna keep playing. So I ended up signing for the 8.
Yeah, 8 years for armed robbery, a bank. What's weird is you did state time. You would think you'd do federal time for a bank robbery, but they wanted you in the state, man.
Yeah, they got me in the state. I didn't go federal. Yeah. I'm happy.
And where'd you touch down when you went to prison? Lancaster? Did you
first prison?
Yeah.
The first prison I went to was Tehachapi for reception.
Okay.
I went to reception, Tehachapi, and then the first Actual prison I went to was Calipatria State Prison.
Now, what year was this, Bo?
2007 when I caught the robbery, when I went to jail.
Okay.
So 2008 when I took my deal. Well, 2007 I took my deal, but 2008 once I got to prison.
Okay. So in 2010, Operation Family Ties kicks off. It's a federal racketeering act against the Pueblo Bishop Bloods, and all of your homeboys get wrapped up in this deal. Like what, 40 plus people?
Yeah, like more than that, like 100 people.
That's crazy. So about 40 plus 100 people from Pueblo Bishop Bloods get rolled up in this RICO act. When you were in prison, did you see the main line with all your homeboys? Did they all show up at one time? Or they went to the feds?
They went feds.
Yeah,
that was federal shit. But I was watching it in prison on the news. And we was watching on my TV. We got our own TVs and shit up in there, so I was watching that shit. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. It made the national news.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah. So they came in, and you were the first guys, first black gang to get RICO'd.
Yeah.
That was usually reserved for what?
Like Mexican mafia, shit like that, I would think.
Like
cartel
Italian
shit. Yeah.
Cartels, Italian mafia.
Never heard about no shit like that out here before.
Yeah, they use that against you big time, which is crazy. But are some of those gentlemen out, or are they doing all day?
Yeah, a lot of them out. Some of my homies got out.
Okay.
They still getting out.
You told me a story that you had a couple cell phones, right, inside.
Yeah.
And your cellie at the time was a Muslim gentleman, right?
Yeah.
And he ends up borrowing your phone without your permission.
Yeah, when I went to my family visit.
Can you speak on that story a little bit?
Yeah, well, I had a Muslim cellie, and he was, I kind of like to look out for him and shit, like let him use my phone to call his family and all that. He didn't really have nobody, and I was getting ready to go on my family visit, and he had asked me, he like, man, where you going, man? Can I use your cell phone? I'm like, nah, I'll let you. I'm like, when I come back, I'll let you use it when I get back. He was like, all right, man, I just want to go. I'm like, you can do it when I come back. So I go on my family visit, man. When I come back, I'm looking for my phones. I found my smartphone. I found the big one. So I'm looking for the smaller phone. I can't find it. I'm like, hey, where my phone at? He like, oh, it's, what's the name, got it fixing it. I'm like, what the fuck you mean fixing my phone? He like, man, I had tried to use it. Whatever story he gave me, it just wasn't adding up. And I just, my temper just 0 to 100. And I just instantly started fighting and whooping his ass. It's crazy, I forgot to tell you, in the court, he tried to put razors on me in the cell.
He tried to put what?
Razors first. I was like, what the fuck you gonna do with that? And I hit him again, like boom, 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 boom. He dropped the razors. But then that's when he came back later with the knives at chow time, at dinner time.
So you're at chow, you're coming back from chow, right?
Yeah, when we went to chow, we walked to the chow hall. I guess he was lower tier, so they went before us. So on the way coming back, the dude's scary as fuck. So I'm like, I see the dude waiting on, we coming out the chow hall and I'm walking around the track like, we get to our building, I see the dude waiting on the side like, he letting everybody pass him up and shit. I'm like, I tell the homie like, this weird ass nigga right here waiting. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, I know he got something. Cause he too scary to wait to fight. He don't want to fight me. We could have been fought in the cell gang of times. So once I get close by him, like walking this, like from here to there, he jumped down like, oh, what's up now? Fight now. He got the 2 knives in his hand. I'm like, man, I just took off on him, like, rushed him. We started fighting and shit. Yeah, it got ugly.
Didn't he try to throw the knife by you?
Yeah, threw the knife, but did throw it by me.
And you said one CO saved your ass. One
CO named Nettles. I'll never forget Nettles, man. Shout out Mr. Nettles, man, wherever you are, man. Shout out, bro. Cause it was ugly.
But another CO said that you were making stabbing
gestures while I was fighting, but he lied.
But thank God Nettles saved your ass.
Thank God Nettles seen that, man. Thank God he's seen everything. Cause I'd have been doing another 9 years.
9 on that? Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's more than I got for the robbery.
But they did tack on what, 2?
Yeah, I took 2.5.
2.5.
Inmate, yeah,
that's bullshit because you were defending yourself.
Defending myself, yeah. But I still took 2.5.
Right. You also told me when you touched down, you kind of had some words with the captain of the COs.
No, oh yeah, when I first got to Calipatria, yeah. As soon as I walked in and shit, it was my first day there. We showering and shit, and I seen the tall ass white boy. I seen him. I'm like, fuck. I'm like walking by. He like, I'm trying to talk and shit. He like, man, get your ass to your cell. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Man, I ain't your kid. Don't talk to me like that. Fuck wrong with you? He was like, man, go to your fucking cell. I'm like, hey, bro, like don't fucking talk to me like that. Fuck you. Don't talk to me like that. I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. But I'm still walking to my cell. Man, I went in the cell. I was in there probably like 20 or 30 minutes. They came with like a yellow paper, like, danger to the facility. I'm like, hell nah. That fast. They was like, man, you got into it. That was the captain you got into it with. He done went up in there and did some shit with my paperwork and got my ass put right in the hole. I was in the hole for 3 months, pending transfer to a 180.
That's crazy.
Cause they said I had to do 3 years on a 180 before I can even hit a 270.
You hear the horror stories of guys with a date and then they get put on a play ball mission. And
it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Hell no, fuck that. If you get caught up in some shit that happened, that's different. But just somebody sending you on a dummy mission is just stupid.
Right.
If they give a fuck about you or do what in the streets, they ain't gonna do no shit like that. I never do none of my homies like that.
Right. Now, Bo, when you were doing that time, were you able to work out and focus your mind?
Yeah. I worked out a lot in there. A lot. I worked out a lot in prison.
Yeah. What else did you do? Did you read a lot?
Read a lot of books, read a lot, wrote raps, wrote book. I wrote a book in there too. And I used to record music still in there.
No kidding.
That's once I start recording music in there, that probably would help me too. Like that kind of like spend my time up too.
And what were some of the best books you read? Like, give us a couple of titles.
48 Laws of Power, The Art of War.
The Art of War, yeah.
One book that I really liked, it was a book wrote by C. Murder. It was called, what was it called? C. Murder book. I want to say it was called In the Cut Boys or something. Cut Boys. Mm-hmm. It was a book by C. Murder, the rapper.
He wrote a couple books. Was it called Death Around the Corner?
Death Around the Corner.
Yeah. And was it kind of a biography about him?
No, it was like a novel, like it was one of them ones like probably like a Dutch book or something.
Right.
It was like that.
Do you have all the manuscripts that you wrote in there for your book? Do you have all the?
Yeah, I still got it.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see a book out of you?
Yeah, I think I want to start working on that now.
Yeah. You're a natural writer. I mean, your rap career is really blowing up.
Yeah.
You're signed to CML, which is a big deal.
Yeah, signed to Banked Up, man.
Cash Money, Lavish D. Shout out to him.
Shout out Lavish D, man. That's my brother, man. I love that dude, man.
He's a great dude.
He's a real stand-up guy, like.
What was some of the mentorship CML has provided you in this game? How to navigate the thick waves in this music industry?
Just be smart, man. Make right moves. Don't do nothing. He really be big on me too about being in my hood and shit. Like he be really. I think that bothers him a lot too. Like probably like me, like him seeing me over there, cause he came over there a few times. He know, like this dude really over here. I'm still over there, and I still am.
But I know you're working on getting up out of there.
Hell yeah, and fast.
And you will, Bo.
God will. I'm gonna get up out of there.
Yeah.
A lot of shit I changed, man. A lot of ways I changed a lot.
So, Bo, you mentioned your kids, man. You have, what, 18 kids?
Yeah. Some people would probably say more, too. Like, they be trying to say I got, like, if you'd ask my daughter how many kids I got, she for sure would have probably said, like, 30.
How many grandkids do you have?
4.
So 4 grandkids. That's crazy. And how many BMs are we talking about?
17.
Oh, my God, Bo. That's crazy, man. Do they all know each other?
They know of each other. They don't like nothing. All of them know. Some of them know each other personally. Some don't.
So, Bo, we got some music dropping soon, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about the mixtape you and CML are doing.
Yeah, I got me and CML working on a mixtape called Zone to the Lows.
Okay.
We probably got about 3 songs done on there. We still working on it.
Does CML pick out the beats, or do you work on that?
Yeah, he picked all the beats for the tape. He sent me all the beats for the tape. Yeah.
Now, Cali Plug, I hear you're doing a movie with him.
Oh yeah, Cali, that's my boy too, man. Shout out Cali Plug, man.
Yeah. What's he doing?
Cali Plug actually put the movie, like actually thought of the movie and everything. Like, he just called me in the middle of the night one night, like, Bo, I got a fucking idea. Fucking movie. We finna shoot it. He like, man, he just started like, you got time? He like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. He just started running it down like, this is what we gonna do in this movie, man. It's gonna be called Set Day. The whole world wanna know like how about people's hoods, like what's going on. especially on the hood day.
And so, what is it like a scripted movie or is it a documentary?
No, it's a scripted movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you star in it.
Yeah.
When's that going to shoot?
We're gonna start filming next week.
Okay. So we'll look.
I'm waiting on Kelly to come back from North Carolina right now, so we supposed to already been start filming, but yeah, we finna start.
And when did you and CML did what? A LA and a San Diego kind of mini tour?
Yeah, we did like a little mini. Yeah, CML did like a little the heavyweight tour. It didn't really finish though. We ain't done yet, but yeah, we did out here and then show in San Diego.
And when are you guys going to plan like a world tour or just kind of a state?
I'm ready for him to do a world tour. I'm ready.
Right.
That's on him though. He got a shit.
Who else goes on with you guys? It's you, CM.
It's just really the Banked Up family. It was just all the homies from Banked Up.
Okay. And you'll open.
And we had S5. S5 was there too. S5 from Reno Valley. He came on, did his thing.
Yeah. How do you like performing in front of a live audience? Is it a different feeling?
Yeah, I like it though.
You do? Yeah. And what about your fame, man? You're very well known here in LA. Like, is it weird when people come up to you in public and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, that should be scary too. Like you be somewhere and then motherfuckers know you and you don't know them.
Right.
Yeah, that shit kind of crazy.
It trips you out, huh?
Yeah. So you can get the wrong people know you one day. It could be anything. Like I go back to watching how you move. Like I gotta watch how you. That's why I don't just be anywhere, just doing anything, just living reckless.
What's your game plan now, Bo? Are you gonna do some more media?
I'm up for it. Yeah. I'm gonna start shooting these. I really want to get into this movie thing. I want to see how this is gonna go.
Yeah, that's a cool.
I got 2 movies actually too on Amazon Prime already.
Oh, do you? What are they? Shoot them out.
I got a movie with Omar Gooding called. I'm in a movie with Omar Gooding called 7th and Westlake, Nino's Revenge.
Okay.
Omar Gooding shoot me in that movie. I'm in that movie. Then I'm in another movie called Hands Up, Don't Shoot.
Hands Up, Don't Shoot.
Yeah, they both on Amazon Prime. They've been on there for a while.
And what do you play in those movies?
Well, in the 7th and Westlake movie, I'm basically with the little gang that came in and robbed Omar Gooding. Omar Gooding was beefing with Nino. It's called Nino's Revenge. So when Nino come get his revenge on Omar Gooding, I'm one of the guys that come in and rob him and all that.
What are some of your favorite films?
Some of my favorite films, Boys in the Hood, New Jack City. I still like the old movies.
You like the old gangster films?
Yeah. I still watch that shit all the time and shit.
Yeah. It seems like Hollywood's not putting out anything cool anymore.
Nah. But my favorite movies is like scary movies. I like horror movies though.
I noticed that. You love that movie Saw. I
watch horror movies more than any other movie. Yeah. I prefer a horror movie.
What are your top 3?
Mama. Insidious. Oh, and the new Nun.
Oh, I'm not watching that one.
That shit was crazy.
It's crazy, man.
The Nun and Saw was like some of the. I saw Talk to Me too, but Talk to Me wasn't really that. But the Nun and that Saw, those bad movies, those good.
What about the Candyman? Was that good or no?
I really didn't even. I fell asleep on that. I can't really get into the new Candyman. I never even watched the old Candyman.
What about Halloween? Did you like that franchise?
I didn't like the new Halloween.
Yeah. It's kind of watered down now.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
But you like the latest Saw. You told me about that.
Yeah, the latest Saw was raw. That movie crazy. I've seen it last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie raw right there. That's a cold movie. It's crazy because when I was younger, I watch horror movies and shit and be scared as fuck. Don't want to go sleep in my room, but I had to watch them. I don't know why. I'm always be like, you ain't watching that shit. I'm like, yes, I am. But yeah, as I got older, I still like that shit. I still watch a horror movie over anything.
What about your favorite rappers? Can you break us down your top 5?
Tupac, Biggie, Projeck Bo, CML. Favorite? Like I listen to a lot of music.
A lot of artists don't like to listen to other music. They don't want to be influenced by.
I don't really listen to my music like that. That's crazy. A lot of people are like, I don't really listen to my music like that.
Yeah. How would you describe your flow?
Different. It's my own. I got my own sound.
Yeah, you really do.
I don't sound like nobody else.
You don't.
But I ain't got no top 5 rappers. I got 4 that I name. I like other rappers. I like other people's music, but.
Tell us what happened with this Keefy D thing, man.
From what I see, that guy's stupid.
Because he incriminated himself?
Basically.
Yeah. A lot of people were saying that he has immunity with the LAPD, but he didn't really have immunity with the Las Vegas PD. Is that your understanding of it?
That should happen in Las Vegas, not LA.
So he's
I don't know if they're going to go get him or if they're going to try to help him out or something, but I don't know. It ain't looking too good for him.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
What's your feeling about what's going on in social media? We talked a little bit about it.
As far as like,
Just people are getting loose on it. It's becoming a soap opera.
yeah, it's been like that. Social media, the internet undefeated, man. I don't really too much. I fuck with the internet, but I use it for what I use it for. But yeah, that shit crazy.
But I notice you're very careful what you speak about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even on the internet, I'm careful what I put out. I'm just careful what I put out to the universe, period.
There's some things that should be left to the streets, right?
Yeah, a lot. I don't really bring like certain things like gangs and my hood business, and I don't bring that to social media.
A lot of people want to hear those war stories, but they're better left just lightly talked about.
Yeah.
When we go into too much detail, that's when things get a little funny bunny, as they
Shit get
say.
taken out of context, man. Shit can get, the police still be watching all type of shit. It should be crazy, man.
And they are. I heard they actually subpoenaed
Look,
Black.
Chief, a prime example.
Yeah.
Got on there talking about some shit that he shouldn't have been talking about on there. Look, now you get indicted.
Now
Shit happened. That's 30 years ago. The crime happened. 30 years. You get indicted 30 years later. Then you old now.
it's going to be a bad day for Keith.
That shit happens daily though, because people get on there and incriminate themselves and talk about shit and say they did this and say they did that, and then now you sitting up in prison. Rest of your fucking life for some bullshit because you said something.
Do you interact with your fan base and your audience?
Yeah, I interact with them.
Can our audience tap in with you?
Yeah, for sure.
How can we reach you?
Instagram, Heavyweight Projeck Bo. HeavyProjckBo. On Facebook, I got my real name, Davion Tory. I really don't fuck too much of social media. I got Twitter, but I don't really use it like that. But my Instagram really the main one.
Okay. All right, man. Bo, we want to thank you for coming through. We really appreciate this.
For sure. Good looking out. Appreciate it, man.